I started drawing and painting young when I was a kid. I've always enjoyed it and had an affinity for it. And when I went to college, I got my degree, my bachelor's degree in art, in painting. And then I was a graphic designer and did a lot of illustrations. I think one of the more interesting things that I did in art school was I had a color class with, I wish I could remember the instructor's name. He was from New York. He would make us try to visualize the color and imagine what colors go into each color. So if you see a purple, what is that made out of? And you have to kind of visualize it. You had to explain what you thought it was. So much of this color, so much of that, so much of this. And then you could try it out. And it was really interesting because I started to be able to see color that was within color, if that makes any sense. So where most people would look at something and go, oh, it's gray. Well, you know, gray is a mix of colors. And so what is it? What is that gray? And so I started to be able to see colors really deeply. And I've carried that through for, I think, my whole life now. It was fascinating. I've always been a dancer. I just move. I always have. I'm very rarely just still. When I'm walking in the woods, for example, I will see trees, all the organic shapes, the bushes, the trees, the leaves, and I'll often grab a stick and I'll kind of wield it and trace the shapes of the trees with my arm, and the stick extends my reach, sometimes 6 feet. 3 feet, 6 feet, and it feels really organic because, you know, most of us when we're sitting, we get a little stiff, we're at a computer, whatever we're doing, and I feel like I need to have my body free and fluid to have fluid motion and fluid movement in my art. And so I'll just move. It's not, I don't know that I would call it dance necessarily. Sometimes I think it looks more like Tai Chi or Qigong or something else, but I just move whatever my body feels like it needs to do. And sometimes I trace the shapes of the trees, sometimes I just do what my body feels that it needs, sometimes to music, but oftentimes just to the sound of birds. I love that feeling of having the world in my body and being able to express that through my arms. And I feel like then what translates onto the canvas is that movement. The other thing that I've gotten really interested in are phosphenes, which are when you're outside and you close your eyes and you look up at the sun, and you pretty much have to be really looking right at the sun, but you get all of these really cool patterns behind your eyes. Most people don't pay too much attention to them, but I think they're so cool. It's like watching a movie. It's like them watching this crazy, almost psychedelic patterns and textures and colors and things that are constantly changing. I'm like, that is incredible that we have that. All of us have that available to us all the time. And you can even get it, like sometimes if you go into, like you turn a light on and then go into a dark room, you'll get all of these patterns and colors. And so I'm like, I need to try to put some of that down and see. So I hope that people can look at some of this crazy stuff that I do and kind of have that sort of memory experience of like, wow, that's really crazy, but it's really cool, and take it back in their own brain and go, oh, wait a minute, I've sort of seen this before. It is therapeutic, and it's something that we all have availability to do if we allow ourselves to not self-censor and just go, it's our body. Our bodies are sensory machines, and we pull in all of this stuff, and especially things that we see, things that we hear. So however it channels through, everybody's different. You know, some people comes out through words, through music, although music is also physical. You're playing the piano, you're drumming, you're playing guitar, whatever it is, It's through our bodies. Our bodies are sensory machines. So if we allow ourselves to pay attention, then it's kind of unlimited.